Hello, Poonam Gurung. Thank you so much for joining us for Meghalaya Monitor interview. Well, I'll start with your latest venture, The Family Man. How was the
Right.
experience working with so many great actors, from Bollywood? So, how was your experience, if you can share with us?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. It's a pleasure, and I really appreciate it. Working on Family Man set among all those people who have worked in the Bollywood industry for decades, it was amazing. And because these actors like Jaideep Ahlawat ho ya Manoj Bajpayee, because I was mostly with Manoj Bajpayee sir and Sharib and Jaideep Ahlawat के साथ में थोड़ा सा सीन था. तो उस उनके उनका मतलब उनका जर्नी भी वैसा रहा है, उन्होंने इतने सालों से मेहनत किया है, तो उस हिसाब से आई फेल्ट दैट कि ऐसा बिहेव नहीं करते वो लोग कि हम स्टार है, तुम तो अभी के आए हुए हो, तुम लोग तो मतलब कौन हो, नहीं जानते तुमको, ऐसा टाइप का बिहेवियर नहीं था. एंड देयर वाज ऑलवेज अ स्पेस एंड लाइक इवन ड्यूरिंग शूटिंग, चलो एक्शन के बाद तो हम कैरेक्टर बन जाते हैं, बट एक्शन से पहले भी जब हम ऐसे वेट कर रहे होते हैं शॉट्स के लिए, एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम people were like really nice. We would just sit and crack jokes and कुछ चीजें करते थे. And I think because of that on screen transition was very nice and comfortable. ऐसा नहीं था कि अरे नहीं मतलब I can't cross my line. नहीं, we could just be the character and not think about anything else.
Right. And this season is set in Nagaland, and you
Yeah.
were born in Nagaland. So kind of you went back to your, known space. So how was that experience there?
I keep like whenever somebody mentions that where I'm born from, I keep telling all the places that I've been through because people then get confused. It's like, "अच्छा ये कहाँ की है? Was she born in Nagaland? Is she from Siliguri? Is she from Assam? Where is she from? So mainly I was born in Nagaland, and then like when I was very 1 or 2 years old, that's when we moved to Nepal, and we were there for around 8 9 years. Then we moved to Siliguri, and then I went to Bombay, and then now like from past 5 years I'm in Assam, and I'm sorry, I'm just mapping it out. But so Nagaland mein, when I went to Nagaland for the first time, that was for a Doordarshan ka series, 26 episode ka series called Major Kochu, which was based on a first lady army officer of Nagaland, which I was doing the character for that. So that was the first time I went to Nagaland. That was in 2018 or 19. So at that point of time, I was quite matlab, nervous and excited. I was like, this is the first time I'm going back to the place I was born and I'm gonna see. Even though like I was born in Cheongsang and we were shooting in Kohima, but still it's Nagaland, right? So I was quite excited to meet the people there and to understand the culture. And I have always enjoyed understanding culture, learning languages. This has been something that I've always enjoyed. So it was quite I was actually quite nervous, you know. And when I reached there and I shot ठीक है कि shooting चल रहा था, but उसके अलावा I was just enjoying my time there, meeting with people and just enjoying the food, drinks, tea drink, not drinks. So it was fun. And even this time, I mean, for me, each time I get an opportunity to go to Nagaland, I feel that it's a pleasure and I feel grateful for it that, ठीक है, कुछ नहीं, I can go and then I can meet. And now that I've made friends also there, Mengu on and all of these people. Mengu has been a wonderful person. She's the big singer there. She's like amazing as a singer and as a person also. And going back again, meeting now that I've made friends, so it's even more fun. I can go and meet people, meet my friends, have fun.
So was the shooting done entirely in Nagaland or Nagaland and Arunachal?
I think they couldn't, they did try to look for shooting in Arunachal, but some parts they did, or I don't know. I think what I heard was that it was a like, so what happens now while I'm sorry, I'm fumbling a lot, but then like what happens is that when you try to take an entire shooting crew to a place na, And especially when they come to Northeast, it becomes a little difficult for them. So what? Because for us, for outside people coming here and shooting is again, it's still a little new. Because when we are here, यहाँ का crew is small, so things are not there. तो ऐसे ही हो जाता है. But when an outside crew comes, that they are like 200, 300 people, cast and crew मिला के. So plus they also have this concept of vanity, all of that, which we don't have here, right? We don't have vanities here. So and also these big artists, उन लोग के लिए rest के लिए and all of that, they need some kind of place where they can just sit and then get fresh. So all those stuff, and in terms of getting stuff, shooting ka stuff also, there are so many small things that you require a daily basis on set. So because we're not used to that, so uske wajah se it becomes a little difficult for them to come here and completely travel and then shoot and stuff like that. But having said that, again, I think mostly they shot in Konoma village, Kohima. Those were where my parts were shot, and uh, Kaziranga, and we did most of the part, like last major blast and all of that we did in Film City, because यहाँ पे तो blast करने नहीं देंगे, you can't be around. But I think some part of the ending part, I think, were somewhere near Kaziranga, shot somewhere near Kaziranga also. Yeah.
Do you
Mm.
think that, in everything, Northeast is still seen as a place where the subject is still insurgency or drug-related issues, and like there is a scope to explore more subjects in the region, which is not happening. Do you think so?
And thank you for the question, because a lot of the viewers have this, so this is very um, disturbing for them, for all of us actually. But you know what? What's happening right now is, जब जब किसी जगह पे या किसी चीज पे नया नया नजर पड़ता है ना, so they try to see कि how can we commercialize it at the beginning. Right. So if you come directly and then show our whatever is happening in our daily lives and all of that, it becomes difficult for them. But right now, what they see is that कि whatever can be highlighted. Okay, so all these things can be highlighted. That is why I think they take that now. But after this, again, I hope that, and I also believe that it's gonna be in phases. Maybe the second phase will be how they'll try to understand, you know, the lives of northeastern people. यहाँ पे जो है folklores है, there are so many cultural stuff that they can explore, which is of course not about insurgency, but whatever is happening at present times. And then slowly, I think in phases, they'll try to understand and then slowly sip in and then understand the stories that the northeastern culture, the tribes, the people who are living here, and it's so rich that I think that slowly they'll try to understand that, because I'm not a maker of family man or pata log, so I can't surely say that ki this is the reason, but then this is what I speculate, and I also hope for better. And I think there are a lot of small independent filmmakers, and because this is their niche, right? It's their spy thriller and thrill chahiye hi. So, insurgency se unko thrill mil raha hai and all that stuff. That is what they're doing. But there are other filmmakers jinka niche is culture, languages, people, and they are researching, and they are on the process of making that. And I like to believe that that interest will keep growing, and they'll try to understand, really understand the culture and the language and the people of Northeast and include us in the stories.
In fact, your short film Chinese Whispers is about that understanding, that lack of
Yes.
understanding, that disconnect. How did you get into the film, and how did you like the storyline? How was your experience doing the film? Could you connect the short film, with your life experiences too?
So when I did Chinese Whispers in 2015, it was long time back again. So Charushri Roy, she's an amazing editor. She works in the industry as an editor. She has made a couple of movies, and she also edited the film called Chichore, funded by School Cinema. So when they were looking for the actor, they were looking for an actor who looks like a class 10 student. And they asked me to audition for it, and I went. And when I went for the audition, they gave me the script, and I read the script, and I was still, because we have all faced, whenever you go out of Northeast, we've all faced this thing, whatever the dialogues were there. Northeast is like, when the character says that ki bhai USA, oh, Northeast is so far, man. Matlab, how will people will not know much about it, right? It's just too far. And I'm like, bhai, if you look at USA is like in another country, and still people know so much about it. So why can't they just learn about Northeast, right? So that was my dialogue in the film. But when I auditioned for it, when I was saying the lines and they were recording, I cried, because it was very personal for me, because I could relate to the dialogues that were written there, because we've all been through that, because when somebody directly calls you, ओए चिंकी कहाँ जा रही है, and somebody directly अगर तुम्हारे साथ रेसिज्म करता है, तो आप उसको जाके पीट सकते हो, बोल सकते हो कि इसने ऐसा किया. But when it is very, very quiet, like somebody just looking at you, and they know, you can see that in their eyes, that they think that you are, something else. So those things you can't go and confront, but it stays so deep in your heart, and it just seeps in, and then it slowly, I think it just वो घर कर जाता है आपके अंदर, and you don't know how to take it out, because if it is very loud, then क्या होता है, you can go fight, finish it, right? झगड़ा कर लिया, कुछ भी कर दिया, वो it's out there, out from the system. But when it is very silent, that silent kind of racism, it sticks. So when that those lines were there in the script, and then it was very, very personal for me. And another interesting thing about the short film is that my first acting thing happened quite accidentally, right? I went to Bombay for dancing, background dancing and all, and my friend was like, "Hey, go audition for this." So there was this episodic called Heroes, and I got a call back, and I was quite surprised. It's like, really? And then when I when I shot for that episodic, channel V, there's a episodic called Heroes that used to come at that point of time. So I really enjoyed it. And that is when I thought that, okay, I should start auditioning more. So I'm not trained, right? So I started auditioning, and then I didn't get anything for a good amount of time, maybe 6 months or a year. I didn't get anything. And then Chinese Whispers happened. And when Chinese Whispers happened, that was, I think, the first time. So it's a 20-minute short film, right? It's a 20-minute thing. And it was the first time, I think, I played a character throughout, went through the journey. So it was quite special for me, and also life changing, because I realized that this is something which is really close to my heart, and I really enjoyed it. And that is when I really, again, what happens is that I'm like going back and forth. But then when you're auditioning, audition करने के बाद में, when you get the role, when you play that character, and then come back and then audition for other characters, you realize what are the points you can improve in auditioning also. So this also helped me in that. So yeah, the Chinese Whispers has been very personal for me in terms of the dialogues and everything, and also helped me in taking my acting career to next level. Yes.
Right. So, okay, now coming to your adventurous journey throughout the country and for a short while outside to the neighboring country. So, you have lived in Nagaland. You were born in Nagaland. You have lived in Nepal, Siliguri, then Mumbai. Then again, you're back to Assam, I guess. Uh,
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, if you can share your experiences, uh, like, going around the country and in Nepal, and when you first went to Mumbai, how was your experience? Also, if you can share. Yeah. Starting
Yeah.
from Nagaland,
Uh,
yes.
Yes. So Nagaland, I don't remember much, but then I did tell you about going back, and then all the nostalgia which I didn't have, but I imagined. uh, so then we moved to Nepal, and then when we were in Nepal, so at that point of time, Nepal was a very peaceful place, because we still had the king and queen, and we'd never heard the word called chakka jam. In Nepali, strike means chakka jam.
Hmm.
right? So I, as a kid, had never heard. So I didn't know what Chakka Jam is.
Hmm.
So we used to go to school, come back, and all that stuff. Then what happened? That Maoist movement started happening, taking place at that point of time. And I was still unaware because I was so bachi, roaming around and doing stuff. So what happened was suddenly the king, and one day we got a news that the king and the entire family were assassinated. And like it was a shock, it was a blow for all of us because no matter what people say, we really loved our king and queen. They were like really kind people. There are politics and stuff hota hai, but then they were kind people. So we were all hurt and it was a blow. But right after that, what started happening was the schools were shut for months and months and a year. Then there were load shedding, no current for, for 12 hours, 24 hours. Then that's the first time I heard the word chakka jam strike. Those things happened, and that is when my father had my mom and dad were school teachers. My father at that point of time had gone to Dubai and he was working in Dubai. So my mom thought that it's better for us because I also had two brothers. It's unsafe for them to stay in that kind of environment, right? So my mom thought that we should move to Siliguri so that our studies can be continued. So we then moved to Siliguri, and when we came to Siliguri, now the language difference, right, from Nepali to Hindi. So when we were kids, tabhi, even in Nepal, we used to those serial Ekta Kapoor TV serials, Sonpari, and Sonpari to Ekta Kapoor ka nahi hai, but Kasauti Zindagi Ki, Kahani Ghar Ghar Ki, all
Or
these
the
used to
K
come.
series. Yeah.
Yeah. So बट लाइक मैं सोती थी तो सोने से पहले वो कुछ टाइम तक नींद नहीं आता है ना सो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई यूज्ड टू लाइक लिसन टू दोस थिंग्स हिंदी डायलॉग्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट वो कान में चला जाता था एंड आई subconsciously picked up Hindi, it seemed. So when I came to Siliguri, they're like, "Oh, these people have come from Nepal. Oh my God," and all of that. And then they just surrounded me, all of them, and they were like, they started speaking in Hindi with me because so Siliguri is a mix of Biharis, Hindi, Bengali, Nepali people, and all of that, right? So they surrounded me, and the common language we speak is Hindi. They started speaking with me in Hindi, and then I started responding, and मुझे पता भी नहीं था that I knew, I learned, I picked it from thanks to Ekta Kapoor series. Serious. So I picked up, and then it was again a good transition for me because these people were nice, or nice and welcoming. And so Siliguri happened, and then Siliguri mein I completed my studies. Then, then at that point of time, ये Dance India dance बहुत चल रहा था, and people were like, all those emotional story. Oh my God, if you are a good dancer, you'll get a chance and all of that. So with that hope that maybe I'll also get into a reality show, or maybe I'll just learn dance and come back to my home and then open a dance academy. So I went to Bombay for learning dance. So that was my thinking. मैं dance सीखूंगी आ जाऊंगी. So I went there and then I was just checking out dance institutes ke prices. So I was like, oh my God, it's too pricey and all of that. I was checking all of those, and I think I had a old friend, so she was like, there's a show, something you can just come and join. I was like, okay. So I went, and then it was a celebrity cricket league, which was supposed to happen in Pune. So that was with Jackie Bhagnani. उनके पीछे नाचना था. So it was a promotional event. So I went, and then they selected me. I was like, okay, good, give me money. So we did that show, and then slowly through that, I started getting more work as a background dancer, and that is how I was also in the Chitiya Kalaya Piche, where you can spot me somewhere.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I am also in that Allu Arjun ke साथ में भी पीछे dance किया है, with background dancing. There's this song called Bhuchade, you can spot me somewhere in the back. So then dance happened slowly. I was dancing, and then like I said before, I'm repeating again. Now one day my friend was like, there's this audition going on. Why can't you go? Why don't you go? Like I went, and then that's when acting happened. I think everything in my life has been like I've been pushed, and then okay, oh yeah, I like this, I have to work on it. And ऐसा नहीं है कि oh the universe is like कि हाँ you I'll give you everything. No, they're like, मुझे taste करा देते. Taste this. They're like, wow, it's nice. I want more. It's like, no, there's no more. You have to work hard for it. So that has been my life journey. And singing also happened, in a very accidental way. So ऐसे करके ही things have just, but I'm grateful for it.
So you're
I do
versatile.
complain.
You're also a
Uh,
fighter. I mean, dancing, singing, and fighting.
yeah,
So how did
I
fighting
really
happen?
enjoy. So fighting when I was so इसका जो वो था बीज था ना बचपन में ही बोया था when I was
अच्छा.
watching Jackie Chan movies. जैकी चैन की मूवीज देखती थी and I was like, oh, I want to be like him and karate सीखूंगी. So my brother used to go for karate classes. I'm like, yeah, I'll also go. Then I went and I was a young kid, choti si thi. Then I went with him, tick 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 tick. And then when I went in the class, they made me do frog jumps and whatnot. But Josh, me, I did. But when I came home, I couldn't walk for a week. My thighs were like, patthar ke ban gaye the. I couldn't walk. So I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Then when I went to Siliguri, that is when again I started learning karate a little bit, like a month or 2 months. Then when we moved to Bombay, when I moved to Bombay, that is when what happened was I injured my knee. So I was doing this stupid stunt where you from head to handstand you go, right? So I was doing that. So I banged my knee on the floor in a marble floor. And so after that, what happened? The physiotherapist told me that I cannot walk because my knees used to swell. I cannot run and dance. Also, all those bools are chhod do. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, let me see." Then I still went and I still used to dance. But as a background dancer, you have to practice for 9 hours, 10 hours. So doing that, my knees used to swell up. It used to be very painful. So that is when I went to the park and started doing calisthenics. Calisthenics is body weight training where you do pull-ups, push-ups, and all of that. So when I started doing calisthenics, I realized that wow, after injury, if you strengthen your body, you can get a second life. You'll even come, more stronger than ever. So I started training in calisthenics, and that is when we all 4 5 people used to go, group in Raj Classic Park, and किसी को कलरी पाइटू आता है, किसी को क्या आता है, किसी को क्या आता है. So we used to teach each other, and then that's how we used to learn.
Oh, that is lovely. So actually, I mean, life gave you the taste of everything, and then you worked out on that. Very
करो
good.
और चाहिए. It's like मेहनत करो.
Good. So, I mean, after Chinese Whispers, which one was your, like, I mean, a big break in acting career?
Uh, Yes, so I was still trying hard in Bombay, auditioning every day. And being an autistic look person, I think they'll call you only when that look is required. It's an advantage and a disadvantage. And I was also tired of doing the same role where एक लड़की है उसके साथ racism हो जाता है. That was the script that was coming in every episode. Everywhere it's like ये हाँ ये लड़की है इसको racism हो जाता है and at the end she'll give a long monologue. So then that is when I was a little down, and that's when Khoj happened. Khoj is a Bangla film, Bengali film, and what happened was again that also. So that's what I said. Na, that universe has always been supporting, and thank you for that. But ऐसा नहीं है कि दे दिया, like मेहनत करो. So I had gone for an audition for something else, some episodic or something. So the same casting director was a friend with the main actor of Khoj, Bikram Chatterjee. So he was looking for a northeastern Nepali girl for that film. So I was to play like an important role in that. So then he got in touch with her and then said that कि ऐसा कुछ है क्या? Then she had seen my audition and then she's like कि हाँ ये है, try her out. And then like they shared my number to the producers and all, and then they asked me to send an audition. 2 3 ऑडिशन रिकॉर्ड करके भेजने बोला. I sent them and they said आ जाओ. Like it's nice. They liked it. And Khoj has been again because I am not trained, right? So slowly, project after project, I was learning. And what I felt is that because North Bengal, like if you come to West Bengal, West Bengal is close to, Northeast. And the way these people write characters for us is really nice. They know how to include you in their stories, and that is how Khoj happened. And I enjoyed doing that film. That was another big break for me. Again, fuel so that I can keep going and I don't give up. So Khoj happened, then it went to 17 international film festivals and all of that. Then uske baad se then I also got another Bangla film, Nirantar,
Mm.
made by Chandrashis Ray. And again,
In
it was
fact,
produced by Prasapjit.
You did a Malayalam movie
Yes,
also.
yes, I did. Malayalam film was very recent, 2021 or 22 mein kiya tha. So then I did a Malayalam film. I also did a Marathi film which
Mm.
hasn't released. I don't know why, but Marathi film also. So I think somehow, somewhere, being Northeastern has been an advantage and a disadvantage also. Advantage because people remember you. Disadvantage because there are not enough good roles for you, where you can explore as a character. And this is, I think, what I really crave, because I've done one role, one scene, two scene. Like if you look at the movie Dhak Dhak, where I've shaved my head as a character for playing the character of a Kung Fu nun, there I have 5 minutes ka scene, one scene, which is an important scene. But what happens is that I love doing those things and then they give me fuel. But ऐसा होता है, you as an artist, you feel like I want to play a character where I live, where I fully live as that character, like live, laugh, cry, do all the stuff that the character would do, and then move on to another one. ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ एक scene किया, दो scene किया, and then move on. So that is something I crave as an actor.
Thank you so much, Poonam.